Hello guys, what's going on? Softguard here, and today I am here for an exciting video. Now, you're all like, well, you always say this is going to be an exciting video, and my sound is really loud. Let me turn that down. But as you can see, I have a microphone, so yeah, I'm going to be able to talk during my computer gameplay videos, which is really cool because recently I've only been able to record the in-game sound, not the actual other stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, so I mean, I'm going to be showing you guys cool ways to build houses, or good house ideas or house building tips in Mineblocks. But yeah, so let's name this world Tips with a Z because I'm cool like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm kidding. Alright guys, so I just spawned inside this cave. I spawned in really quick because my computer's pretty fast. I mean, it's not like it's an Alienware or anything, but so obviously the first thing they want to do is find a nice flat region. I would typically try to avoid deserts, just for the fact being that deserts just don't necessarily look too good with a lot of colors and different materials. So I mean, that's just something to try to avoid. Another thing, which I am not following my own rule here, but that's right, is to try to avoid those little dungeon things, the above ground dungeon things that you find. Try not to build your houses by those, just because it can be kind of distracting, and it just won't go good, just random cobblestone. But yeah, so let's go ahead and continue doing this. Alright, so we've got that. Let's break all that. And yeah, so now you should have a nice flat area. So this is, of course, my personal opinion is, I'm going to be picking out some materials. So I'm going to be building mine, and it's going to be a nice, simple house with wood, logs, and wooden planks for the walls, and for the floor, I'm going to make it out of stone bricks just because I can. And yay, but yeah, and then I'm going to have this for the roof. Of course, I can't speak. But yeah, so I mean, and then for the backdrops, also another tip is to, whenever you're using glass, or if you want a window type dealio, there, try to avoid using actual glass blocks like this. Try to use glass backdrops, just because it looks a little bit more like an actual, like, 3D like type thing. And I'm going to be doing another thing. This is going to be the house I'm going to be modeling all my other room ideas, or all my furnishing ideas on. But yeah, so I mean, another tip is to try to start off big, because even though it may look like it, a lot of times people build houses and they're like, man, this is going to be so huge, and then they build, and then it doesn't really end up to be too big. Which can obviously be a problem if you want to build your house really big. I'm going with the slanted roof, if you couldn't notice that. But yeah, so this is going to be a really quick, just large house. I'm not even going to add any detail into it, so if you guys want that, then you could go on to my series, which is furnishing ideas. I'm just going to be coming up with that really soon. But yeah, I'll probably make some sort of dealio where you can like click on the screen and see what it is. But yeah, so let's do boom boom. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that's about, nope, that's a little bit taller. Alright, and yeah, so I think that's about good. That's about good. Alright, but yeah, oops, nice job myself. But yeah, alright, so then we're gonna go ahead and do this. And this is kind of a boring part, so I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get done with the slanted roof. Alright guys, so I am done with the roof, and I just did that because it was really boring and it just took a long time. And also another thing is, of course, if you're in survival, I would ignore this because it's just a lot of hassle and it's just something little. But if you're in creative mode, I would definitely suggest building the roof with stairs just because it adds on to that nice look. Another idea or another tip is to not build the floors out of the same material as the walls, just because it'll kind of make it look a little bit more kind of, I don't know how to really exactly express it, but kind of, I don't know, more mixed up. I don't know, it just makes it look a little bit more interesting rather than just straight up just like wood planks and stuff. But yeah, so I'm just gonna make this really quick. And yeah, so I mean, and also another thing is I don't see a lot of people do this, but I think some people can mess up on this because it could be pretty easy to mess up on this, is whenever you're making something like a ladder or a rope or something to get up to a second floor on your building, if you have a second floor, it's a really good idea to actually not build the like a ladder or a rope right by where the door is, or the entranceway, just because then you can come in really quickly and then it'll just come up and you'll be like, oh no, look at that, and it'll just be like, I don't know, I mean, you could easily just go up into the second floor, which can be pretty annoying also, like if you're trying to do something. And like I said, I'm not putting any furnishing into this house. I mean, like, literally by that I mean like nothing. I will be doing that in another video. But yeah, let's go ahead. And yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna be building the rooms basically, because if I were to take and do all the furnishing and the rooms and everything all in one video, it would just like, it would be like 1,000 years long, and nobody wants to watch that. So, you know. Another tip is whenever you're adding in the doors, here, let me go ahead and get a door really quick. So whenever you're adding in doors, try to avoid placing them like this. Or, oops, nice job. Try to avoid placing them like this, because then they open on the inside and it just doesn't really look good. So I would recommend going like this. I mean, of course, that's my opinion though. In my opinion, it looks better whenever you open it from the inside and it looks like that. Other people might think differently, but to me, I personally think that it looks way better like the other thing. Another thing that I see is not switching up blocks. Now, guys, just try to be creative and switch up blocks. I mean, I understand that you might be kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna build, and I mean, I completely understand that, but just to make it look more interesting, I would definitely suggest making it with different materials, just because it actually switches up the whole entire thing and makes it overall just look more interesting, like I mentioned before. But yeah, so I mean, you know, oops, there's getting to nighttime, just because I don't want you guys to be all like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pause the video. Alright guys, so I'm back. So sorry, it just turned night and that would be just weird. Anyways, but yeah, those are really all the tips I would have to say I have for you guys. I mean, as in building, I mean, like, especially on base level kind of things. I mean, I guess I could go in more in depth, but I mean, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like there's really anything else that really needs covering, because to be completely honest, it's kind of difficult to make a really nice house, or whoops, sorry about that guys, really nice looking house in Mineblocks. I mean, like, of course, let's be honest here, the possibilities really are endless. I mean, you could do so much with it. It's like Minecraft, only it's 2D, that's the problem. So there are limitations to this, but I mean, overall it's a pretty nice thing. I mean, pretty nice building thing, especially for free online game that you don't even have to download. I mean, that's pretty great. I mean, it runs smooth, easy game, has multiplayer. I mean, it's really nice, but I mean, of course, like I said before, there's only so much that you could do with it. But yeah, anyways, whoops. Alright, so yeah, whoops, I'm pressing the wrong thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you, or this video, if you did, make sure you give it a like, comment, subscribe. As always, peace out.